Welcome back, everybody. Hello and happy Friday the 13th. You might not look at me and think, "Oh my gosh, Luna, this is scary. It's Friday the 13th." But we're going to be unpacking probably even a scarier topic today, talking about the heart set and love. Let's get into it. You do not want to miss this episode. Hi, I'm Luna Goddess. If I'm new to you, welcome. We're at 216 Creator Studios, and today we're talking about some things that are scary. Friday the 13th should not be one of them. Let's get to it. So, we're going to be hacking those mindsets and we're going to be hacking the heart sets and releasing those limiting beliefs. A limiting belief, most likely you have, that has been placed there by the patriarchy, is understanding the real story of Friday the 13th. Take a look at it. To begin with, this is the day before Valentine's Day, so a very beautiful, blessed Valentine's Day to you. And we're going to talk a little bit about your ability to love yourself and then also your ability to love other people. We're going to dive into what we call a massive Heartset Hack. To begin with, most people have this superstition. It's called triskaidekaphobia. It's a fun word, right? It's a fear of the number 13. And why do we fear the number 13? Well, let's take a look at it. Today is Friday. Friday traditionally comes from Freya. Freya is the goddess, she's a Norse goddess, similar to what we see with Venus. Sometimes in Spanish, we say viernes, which is Venus' day, or Friday, which is Freya's day. It is about the divine feminine. Now, the number 13, always related to our divinity. In lunar cycles, there's 13 lunar cycles that govern a woman's body. We might have 12 solar months, but there are 13 lunar cycles. So when you think about that, the power of the woman was being extinguished and disguised by the patriarchy for years. They changed that and they were able to take what was sacred to now make you be scared. Going back to October 13th with the Templars being taken out, to even looking at, as I'm looking at some of my notes, the unlucky transformation coming through the Last Supper with there being 13 guests in Jesus' presence, right? And it was the 13th that betrayed him. So they kept saying that this number 13, the number 13 is unlucky, but it is really about the divine feminine. So I welcome you in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us from our communities. I want to talk about this goddess energy that we have as we move through Freya's day on the 13th. So every time you look at the number 13, please don't see it as unlucky. And if you have triskaidekaphobia, tough word to say, probably saying it wrong, please just think that is a limiting belief you have. That is something that was programmed for you by somebody else. Because I'll tell you, from birth, there are only two things we're afraid of. Nico, do you know what the two things we're afraid of at birth are?
I know sound is one of them, correct? I
Right.
do not know the other one.
The fear of falling and loud noises. That's it. So from birth, you are programmed by your family, by society, by your experiences to have these limiting beliefs and fears. The fear of falling and the fear of sound. So as we move into that, there's a couple things we're going to look at today. One, we're obviously looking at the power of the woman and the kind of the taking from sacred to scared of the 13th. We're going to also be exploring the fire horse, and we'll be looking at the 2-2 portal. So let's jump into it, okay? If you don't know me, we're going to do some high energy grounding work. We're here to talk about not just the luck, but to tune into alignment. All of a sudden, and a lot of people say, "Well, Luna, you're really lucky with this." No, I'm not lucky. I'm aligned. I'm aligned. I've aligned myself. And I will say, as we're moving from the year of the fire, you're moving from the year of the wood snake to the fire horse, we've sat in this liminal, and I've talked with people about this, that if you feel angry, if you feel disconnected, if you feel like you're shedding people and opportunities and your surroundings, maybe a job, maybe a move, maybe just an older version of yourself that you no longer want to cling on to, that's what 2025 was. That's what the wood snake was. But I'm very excited to tell you that is not what we are going to be seeing with the year of the fire horse that comes every 60 years. So as we're deprogramming ourselves from thinking of 13 being unlucky, I'll give you a heart set affirmation. I release the frequency of fear, and I reclaim the rhythm of my own divinity. My heart is a sacred portal, aligned with 13 cycles of creation. I'm open, I'm whole, and I'm in total alignment. So let's talk about the fire horse. This is high octane. The reason we call it the fire horse is because we work with the 5 elements. We had the wood snake before. Now we're moving into the fire horse. The fire horse is fiery. 60 years. I most likely, being in my 50s, will not see another fire horse. Have I lived to 110? Cool. My daughter, who's joining me in the studio today, Nico, a little bit younger, will definitely probably see another fire horse. But let's look at it. Importantly, it's based in passion. So with a shaky heart set and not having the stability of that, there's going to be some burnout that maybe you can not have that energy leak, right? And we talked about the mindset, we talked about the heart set, but it's going to lead to impulsive ego moments. I will encourage you. I will invite you. I'm never going to should on you. I don't want to should on anybody. I don't want to shit or should on anybody, but I will encourage you and I will invite you. When you are in alignment with yourself, move from ego-based action to heart set reaction and interaction. A lot of us do things and our ego takes a hit. Good. Let your ego die. For the people in the back, all the way in the back, let your ego die. Because when it does and you start leading from your heart as opposed to being a people pleaser, as opposed to being an approval sucker, as opposed to being worried about how others will perceive you. Now, I'm not saying you get to walk around being a jerk. That's not what I'm saying. I say you get to walk around in your alignment of your truth in what you want to do and choose to do. So the hack is your heart becomes your internal GPS, the goddess positioning system, not the global positioning, the goddess positioning system. It's the heart that is going to truly align. So ask yourself, does this feel good for me? Is this in my total alignment? You don't want the horse galloping away without you. You don't want the momentum of this beautiful year galloping away without you. You're going to stay in your saddle. You're going to get fixed down, and you're going to let your heart guide you of where that horse's beautiful energy is going to go. So get ready for that fast-moving energy. Get ready for rapid change. Also, I'm going to say it here, and you can hold me accountable. People, please pay attention to volcanoes, tectonics. We'll have volcanic eruptions in the oceans. I'm going to see a lot of fire energy because it's not just us that feels this. The planet, Gaia, she feels this energy. I wouldn't be surprised, and I'm not going to say where because I'm not here to create any kind of fear, but I will say if you are close to active volcanoes or maybe volcanoes that haven't been very active, just have an awareness. Please have an awareness. I see a lot of very fiery bursting energy in our earth and in ourselves. More importantly, practice the pause. Sometimes you're going to find yourself needing to pause. You're going to need yourself to feel like you want to just snap and react. Practice the pause. It is a fiery, passionate energy, but practice the pause. I see some comments coming in. Is there anything, Nico, that we need to address as we talk a little bit about this?
Just everyone saying good morning. Mr.
Good.
Cinnamon said hello.
Hi, babe. I love you.
Tara said good morning, love.
Good morning.
And Nima said hello as well.
Good morning, everybody. Grand Rising. It's exciting. I'm very excited. So Cinnamon, y'all know, is my divine counterpart and the love of my life. He is going to be with me at these probably the oldest Mayan temples in North America on the 17th. So why is that so significant? It's the 17th. It's a new moon. There's an eclipse. We start eclipse season. We have Mardi Gras starting on the 17th. So laissez le bon temps rouler. We have the Chinese New Year, the fire horse, and I'm going to be surrounded by ancient Mayan ruins. So believe me when I tell you, as a light worker, being in a place where the energy convenes like that, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a hell of an experience. So whether you're there, your living room, in the shower, wherever you're going to be that day, lean into the energy, please. Lean into the energy. Absolutely important as you sit with that energy. So what does it mean? Well, I will have up on our social medias how each individual zodiac sign is affected and impacted. And as a little bit of a commercial plug for Luna Goddess, because of course this is my sponsored segment, and you can have a sponsored segment too on the podcast. Just reach out to the show or to me at info@lunagoddess, or of course always go up to that QR code. 2 days ago, it was Wednesday, I was at what would I call a wisdom workshop. I work with partnerships, and a shout out to Anthem for them having me there. And I presented on this fire horse, and I presented on everybody's Chinese astrological sign and how there's an impact, and their personality and their life path numbers. And we've had such a great reverberation of appreciation across social media for that. So thank you for that. Those opportunities of wisdom workshops are always available to you on numerous topics that can help improve your emotional connection to teams. So again, just please reach out to us on that. The reason I make a mention of that is simply because we found ourselves, I didn't see one person pick up their phone other than to take pictures. They were all connected. And that's the most important thing, is we move very quickly with information. We lead with a lot in our minds, and we're releasing those heart set and mindset boulders and limiting beliefs in the fields. As I've said, the mindset holds the limiting self-beliefs. The heart and the body somatically hold the memory. Your body really holds the memory. And I would argue to say that your stomach is your number one brain connected to your heart. That's why everybody's like, I had this gut instinct. Where does that come from? Right? Where does that come from? But it was a beautiful experience seeing everybody interact. We did some private readings after that. Speaking of private readings, stay with us through this whole podcast, because we're going to have pile readings of pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3 that you'll choose later on in the podcast, and then also do some private readings for people that are here. So share that out, because somebody might want to have a message or need to hear a message about what's happening in their heart set. Okay. As we kind of keep moving, I want to talk a little bit about that energy. We're going to go into something called the 2-2 portal. So let's take a look at that 2-2 portal. Anytime we have angel numbers at play with numbers, we saw the 2-2 portal. Now this is the 2-2 portal. Let's get your heart in alignment. A lot of you are doing things automatically because it's what you see in society. It's what you like, because it's been programmed into you. I'm going to tell you, there's this authenticity that you want to bring into the divinity in your Trinity, your heart, your body, and your mind, right? Or even your spirit, right? As you look through that. If your heart is closed, and I'm going to lean here, Goddess, look at me. I've heard so many people say their hearts are closed. There are no good people out there that they can date, regardless of the genders that you're interested in or associated with. We're talking pure white light love. That comes from a limiting mindset. We're seeing this need to start to open up your heart set. Now, at lunagoddess.org, we have protocols for this. The Goddess Alignment Protocol works fabulously if you work with it. And our angel guide, Celine, we also have ancestral healing that you can do. We're constantly putting up protocols to serve you. I make them, and I'm divine inspired to serve you. So if you find yourself in that moment, let me know. I see a couple questions coming up in the chat. I want to make sure that I'm actively serving the people that are watching us live. If you're watching us on record, I'm sending love to you as well. What do we got going on, love?
We have Mr. Cinnamon saying, "Woo, it's going to be fun for the mind temples." Honestly, I'm pretty jealous of you guys. Where is that?
It's going to be in Costa Maya in Mexico. So we'll be in Mexico. And it's, I will send you so much love and so much good juju and so much, I'll take some pictures.
Yeah, I was going to say, I
I'll take some
expect pictures.
Oh,
I
you
better get some
absolutely.
pictures.
If there's something that strikes me as a souvenir too that reminds me of you, Nico, you bet you'll get that.
That would be amazing.
So
and then we also have Salima, I believe, saying hi.
Hi, good morning, Grand Rising, my love. Have a beautiful day, Goddess.
And then also, may I have a reading on love in Feb or March?
You bet. Stay with me, love. Stay with me. Keep interacting in that chat. Send this out to a couple of friends that just need that support, because goddesses don't gatekeep. So go ahead and send that out. You stay with me through the end, and you most likely will be finding yourself in a love reading today. We'll have the pile readings and those love readings. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about love. Why? Why do you feel trapped? Why does your mind and your heart stay at war with each other? And it's interesting to me. People say, "Well, I've got my fences up. I've got my walls up." Good for you. How's that working for you? Good for you. There was a time where I was recovering from pain and divorce and feeling hurt. Okay, don't think because I'm an empath that I haven't had my own pain. Actually, I've had almost triple the pain sometimes. But you find yourself looking back to yourself and saying, where is my alignment? Who am I? What role was I playing? And we all play this role and we're all the main character energy, but are we playing a role or are we aligning? Sometimes we show up and we think to be the best wife, you have to be this way. To be the best mother, you have to be this way. To be the best, I used to be a teacher, you have to be this way. To be the best impact alchemist, I have to be this way. It's all nonsense. To be the best at everything and anything, you just have to be you. No one else in this world will ever be you. No one will have your energetic footprint. No one will have your sense of adventure, curiosity, love, interest, passion. Don't look around and say, well, okay, everybody's crocheting now, I need to crochet. No. You want to literally, I don't know, parkour off buildings at 50? Jump. Maybe have a good insurance, a good medical plan, but jump, right? Do what aligns with your soul. So sit there with yourself and say, if no one else was watching, what would you do? And do it. Because living in fear, guess what, folks? Look straight at me. You're going to die. You're going to die. I can't prevent that. You can't prevent that. Medicine can slow it down. Holistic healing can slow it down, but you're going to die. So don't you want these times that you're here to be filled with love and happiness and the things you enjoy doing, as opposed to the arduous tasks that you are stuck in a loop of? So I see the chat is just blowing up. I appreciate your interaction. I appreciate you listening to us today and being live and wanting those readings and being keyed in with us as the true goddesses are. So, Nico, what do we got? What do we got happening in Shake and Love?
She said, I'm divorced and the second relationship failed, and then I lost hope.
Okay. Why? Ask yourself. It's not a failing of self. Usually when relationships fail, it just wasn't your alignment. In every relationship that failed for me, I forced the alignment. I wasn't meant to be aligned with those people. And it was me coming out of a system of some ancestral baggage, some real true baggage that left me feeling unworthy, that left me feeling hurt, that left me in a spin out. And I just wanted somebody to love me because I couldn't love myself. And that's the backwards way of doing things. It wasn't until I really leaned into self-love and understanding that I aligned with somebody that could amplify my love. I am a whole ass person, and so are you. We are not looking for our better half. We're looking for an aligned partner that truly helps us shine our unique light. So please don't lose hope, my love. Just lean into, where do you need to do the mindset work and the heart set work? We have the protocols to help you. We have those interactive opportunities. And then, of course, I do one-on-ones. So if you're really struggling to get back out there, but blocking your heart, it doesn't just block out love. It blocks out your ability to manifest. Because as I've said multiple times, when we think something, we bring it down from the ether. We think it, we say it, we feel it. If your heart is blocked because you're shut down, nothing's going to get through, and you're going to have trickles of manifestation. I want you all to be in the most perfectly aligned lives for you. And some of you, I know, I've been in your energy. Some of you are forcing alignments right now, and they will fail. They will fail. What do we got, Nico?
She also said, I was hidden in my workplace and work, but now, ...
Yeah, we can't hide. 2026 causes for us to be more authentic, to come out as our true authentic selves. It's almost like hiding in the emotional closet. What's there? It's dark. It's scary. And you're with the thoughts that keep running rent-free like a tape in your brain. Like a tape in your brain telling you can't, you're not lovable, you're not worthy. Look at me. If one thing you take away from today's podcast You by your creator, whatever you want to call that. You are worthy and you are loved, period. You do not need to negotiate your worth or love with anyone, with a job, with a partner, with children, with anything. With anything. Okay. Lots of comments. You guys are fabulous. Thank you for your very beautiful interaction. Such goddess energy. What else we got?
For reference, Salam also said that I am 51.
I'm 50. So Gen X love to you. My God, Gen X love to you. Yeah. And it's something that awakens in us. And it's not to say it happens in your 30s, 40s, 50s. Age is irrelevant. First and foremost, I almost want to get to a point where I stop celebrating birthdays. I love my birthday. It's hard being born 3 days after Christmas. Sucks. If anybody's a December birthday, you can speak to that too. But I don't want to be, I do not want my benchmarks of my life to be numbers. I want them to be experiences. I want them to be measured by the love I bring to people and the love I bring to events and activities. That's what I want to have as my milestones on that pathway. Not, oh, I'm another year older. You know what? They did this study with people and they put them back into like the 1980s, 1970s, and their bodies started to feel younger again. Your mind is such a powerful tool. Use it wisely. Wield it wisely. What else do we got coming out, love?
Salam also said it really annoys me. And then we have a comment from Tara as well.
It can annoy you. It can annoy you. But this is the start for you, love. This is the start for you. So what's going on, Tara? Hey, Tara. How are you, honey?
Tara said, I lost hope a while ago on the brink of giving up until this one finally spoke up. It's been rough and rocky, but completely worth it. It has helped me grow tremendously from what I used to be.
Yeah, that's fabulous. Sitting in that energy is absolutely fabulous. We're going to explore some of those energies, and I want to make sure that I have enough to give all of you beautiful readings today. So we're going to go into the pile readings, and you'll notice this one is I've had this for probably 40 years. I went and mined it actually with my sister many, many, many years ago, this rose quartz. So these different piles, and of course the amethyst, and of course the tourmaline. We're going to look at one of these piles. So right now in the chat, I'm just going to get kind of a feeling. Another question.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out, Salam said, sorry to be open like that.
Oh my
I
God,
just kind of figured you wanted to address that.
Do not apologize. Oh no, I am glad you did. That is cracking open that closed. Why are you apologizing? I think you're beautiful. I think you're magnificent for leaning in. Lean in, lean in. It's not easy, it's messy, but lean in. Don't you dare apologize for having a beautiful open soul and being vulnerable. Vulnerability is the key to authenticity. Vulnerability is the key to authenticity. Okay? So in the chats, my loves, we're going to do this as a collective, then we'll do some individual ones because I really want to lean into this power of love, especially self-love. And I encourage you, if you are struggling, please reach out to me, whether it's through one of our protocols like the Heartset, the mindset, getting rid of ancestral baggage that has really caused you pain in all of your other relationships because you're the cycle breaker, because you're the black sheep, because you're different, the starseed, the chosen one, whatever label you want. I want to support that spiritual awakening that you're on. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Let's see which one we're going to start with first. Chat, my loves. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Where are we going first? Let's blow it up. Or actually, you know what? I'm going to have my child pick. She's in studio with me. My beautiful daughter Riley is here with me. Riley, do we pick for our friends? You just pick your pile right now for your message collectively. But my beautiful daughter Riley is going to pick for us. Do we do pile 1, 2, or 3 first, love? She's saying 2. We're going to amethyst.
Salam is also saying 2, so perfect.
There we go. All right, pile 2. Let's take a look at what pile 2 has in store for the collective. Now, lock in. Lock in, my friends. Pile 2. What did I call pile 2? The balloon. The message is ready for those for new attraction / connection. Woo! Do I need to know something? Maybe. New attraction / connection. My daughter's smiling at me ear to ear. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. Let's look at the bloom. Let's look at the bloom. All right. Let's start with. Oh, I did not see these before I started. Talking about the bloom, we get the butterfly and rebirth. Oh, chills. Oh, chills. It says the following. Lock in. Pile 2. You can reinvent yourself. Open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. Ooh, reinvent yourself. Listen, if you know the pathway of a butterfly, it's never pleasant. It starts as a beautiful caterpillar, and it's inching along, and it's moving slowly on the ground, almost to be stepped on by most of society. It then goes into its chrysalis, and it's alone, it's dark, it's uncomfortable. By its own struggle, and it can only work by its own struggle. A butterfly will not fly if you cut that chrysalis open. The struggle of getting out of the darkness, the struggle of getting out of the chrysalis allows that butterfly to fly. It will not fly without the struggle. Same with you guys. What you have gone through brings you to your alignment of your greatest potential. I'm about ready to start crying. I did not bring over the Kleenex, so we're going to do our best. Okay. We also see feathered omens for pile 2. And if something comes up, let me know. Good seeing all you guys. Even the sweetest bird harbors fierce intentions. Self-deceit, illusion, secret. Don't lie to yourselves. Don't apologize for who you are. And just remember that mindset that you're clearing through and working through becomes so important and so essential for your healing process. That's your chrysalis. Deal with your shit. Heal your shit. That is your chrysalis of breaking through your boundaries. I can't open it for you. I can be there. I can be there ready to clap when your wings come in. I can aid in that healing, but I don't heal you. You heal you. Addiction and compassion. Okay. In this pile, the situation is influenced by addictive behavior that is influencing you or the person involved. Pain and trauma are being projected. Try to see the truths of the situation by stepping outside of the chaos to create an opening for forgiveness, patience, and compassion. Listen, addiction takes a lot of different forms. But if you found yourself either with an addict or maybe you're the addict and maybe your addiction is just that negative self-talk, find a way to have an aerial view above it. It can be a real struggle. I'm not going to diminish that, but forgiveness, patience, and compassion are gifts you give to yourself. Okay, whether you want to forgive somebody or not forgive somebody in that pain, that's a gift you give to yourself. The single life comes up as we talk about the bloom, ready to go into something new. Embrace your independence. So we saw some comments about, maybe this is the part of the healing when you're in the chrysalis. Expand your horizons and enjoy the solo journey where you, your best self, you attract the best. Let me talk to that part right there. If you are not in love with you, you are screwed. If you don't love yourself to the highest potential, you are lowering the bar for the way people will interact with you. If you're messing around with those playboys or playgirls, whatever your alignment is, play people, you're finding yourself with a very low bar and a low standard, and you're getting jerked around because the self-love that you have is fractionalized. Got to bring it back together. You have to love yourself so much that if somebody comes into your life and they play some shenanigans, whether it's narcissist, whether it's whatever the label is that wants to jerk you around, you're like, bye. Okay? No, we don't play with that. And then 2. Here's your affirmation pile 2. This is a true story. If anybody sat in your glory, they can't help but think about me and remember me. They can't help but think about me and remember me. I will tell you, when you are someone of light and love, and you've gotten snared up by a narcissist or you've been snared up in a relationship that was out of alignment for you, when you leave, because women bring that spiritual protection. I'll speak from that aspect of a heterosexual woman. You bring that spiritual protection, and they feel the void when you are gone. But we don't recycle around here. We do not recycle around here. Okay, so that's pile 2. Okay, in the chat, tell me pile 1 or pile 3. Where are we going? And we'll make sure we have time for individual reads as well. Pile 1 or pile 3? And Nico, I'll let you pick. But let's see what the chat is saying.
Yeah, from Tara, she said pile 3 when we did our first choosing. So maybe do that one next.
You want pile 3? You got it. Let's take a look at what pile 3 has to offer today for these love reads. Again, if you are struggling, you do not need to struggle anymore. I have a pathway for you. I invite you. I want to initiate you. But please, your first step is committing to yourself and then saying, I'm done feeling this way. Let's take a look at pile 3. We have the cougar assertive. Goodness. With my husband 9 years old, younger than I am, sometimes I'm called a cougar. We know that one. In silence. I'm very assertive. Anybody that my daughter's looking at this going, oh my God, assertive? Yeah, that's my mom. In silence, you find your power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and confidence to succeed. Okay? Everybody, I want you to roar. I want you to roar so loud that you shake the building that you're in. Your voice is your tool to enact your personal power. Women, and I'll speak to the women because there's some beautiful spiritually awakened men, but women, you need to roar. You need to lean into this power. You need to assert yourself for confidence to succeed. Sitting there and playing it small, why? I already told you you're dying. Guess what? I don't need to be a damn psychic or an intuitive to tell you you're going to die. Do you want to live a very small life? That's your business. But I'm going to tell you probably not. You're living it in fear. Roar. Let's look at your spiritual shadow work. Face inner demons. Right here, this is what I'm saying. Those limiting self-beliefs. Those conceptual things that are in your brain running rent-free. Don't be afraid of the darkness. There is a light nearby. If you're in that chrysalis we talked about, there's a light nearby. Transform and integrate. Transform every memory you've had and integrate it. You're allowed to feel what you want to feel, but then we are going to feel it, we're going to reframe it, and we're going to heal it. You want to sit around and walk around saying, poor woe is me. I had this childhood. I had a narcissistic mother. I had a lot of bad things happen. Okay. How much longer do you want to carry the pain in your backpack like it's some kind of badge of honor? It's time to integrate, and it's time to transform. Looking at the rest of that, abundance. Oh, yes, pile 3, abundance. Here we go. I swear to God, that looks like O'Hare Airport every time I see it. Money is energy. This is some of you. Oh my God, here we go with money. Money is currency. Currency is energy. You are blocking your blessings because you sit there and worry about the pile of bills that come in instead of appreciate all that you have and lean into your abundance. You are blocking your flow of cash. You want it to flow and not feel trapped. Of you gives off the energy, right? You want to take care of trusting that the universe will take care of you and gives off the energy of abundance. Expectancy in every dollar you receive. Know that you are supported and the money will flow. I'd like to thank my haters in this segment right now. Luna Goddess says thank you to the haters, and here's why. I'm going to teach you a little trick. Abundance, okay? Abundance works like this. And I say this on the daily, and there's a lot of people that talk shit about me, and I'm going to tell you exactly how I turn it into cash. When my name hits your lips, money hits my fingertips. Try it. When my name hits your lips, money hits my fingertips. Okay? That one is absolutely beautiful of transforming hate to love through currency. And I tell you what, I always know when people are talking shit because I get random money. Random money comes from random sources. When my name hits your lips, money hits my fingertips. Okay, let's talk about the friend zone. I bet you, goddesses, that one of you or multiple of you, and I'm looking right at you and you know I'm talking to you. One of you or more, one of you wants more, but the other wants to see this as a friendship. You can't force chemistry when it's not there. But I'm also going to say and warn you, goddesses, here's the deal. You want to play it with the the spooky, mysterious guy on the bicycle, the James Dean. No, you like the trauma. The nice guy that wants to really take care of you and give you what you need and give you the love and support. No, that's not fun. That's not dangerous. You're leading into your trauma. It most likely came from your childhood. So when are you going to handle that? When are you going to look around and see that nice guy that's sitting there and go, yeah, he's been there. He shows up for me. He's my friend. He keeps showing up for me. And you've got him in the friend zone because the trauma and drama is yours.
Me as a guy, I have also been guilty of doing exactly that as well when I was still a lost soul.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you probably had some beautiful opportunities, Nico, with these beautiful women that all they wanted to do is love you. And you started fights because fighting was familiar.
oh, 100%. Yep. Completely blew it.
Yeah, fighting, but you didn't blow it. You blew it probably with the alignment to that person, but you weren't in the position with your limiting beliefs to understand that you deserve to be loved. So you sabotaged love.
Very true. Yep.
Let's look at your. It's funny. We were just talking about abundance, and listen to this one. Every penny I spend is returned to me tenfold. Every penny I spend is returned to me tenfold. Wow. Wow. Pile 3. There you go. What's left, Riley? 1. Riley gives me the 1. Rose quartz. Let's go. All right, for those people that chose pile 1, whether you chose it live with us or you're watching us on record, thank you. And if you're watching us live, have you already gone over to our other buttons on Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, and followed us there? That would be really great for you to support the show. Truly appreciate it when you do that. Black Jaguar, Old Soul. Where are my old souls? Please stand up. Please stand up. It says this: walk through life with confidence and grace. You have power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You create your dreams. Oh, that's powerful. Nico, I know you're an old soul. We've talked about it. You've seen this card.
very
This
much
card's come
so.
up for you before. I remember. I did a reading,
Has.
and this came up for you. You old souls, man. Head up, chin up, keep your L. Look at the world. Face on, goddesses. Here we go. All right, let's see what we got for the shadow work. I can't make it up, guys. Journey inward. This is what I'm talking about with those Heartset Hacks, those mindset hacks, and the protocols that we have at lunagoddess.org. The path to enlightenment starts with you, introspection and growth. Let me help you facilitate that. I want to be the guide on the side. I want to be the person that is working with you to help you find the best version of yourself. Not the limited version, not the small version, not the trap version, not the hurt version, not the trauma version, not the drama version, not the anxiety version, not the stress version, the best version of yourself. Let's do it. Because sometimes we're inflexible to change. I've been guilty of it. I've been guilty of being inflexible to change. But let's look at it. You or the person involved are set in ways that are impeding growth. Be more open-minded and see other person's points of view to expand your perspective in a healthy, oftentimes being too rigid, masks the problem that causes imbalance and unrest. Flexibility is needed to create flow. Absolutely, flexibility is needed to create flow, loves. Okay? And let's look here. Sharing space. Whether it's moving in or feeling like home in each other's presence. Oh, I'm going to talk about that in a second. You're aligned on a domestic level. When Mr. Cinnamon and I got together, he had a smell, and the smell felt like home. He felt like home, and he was so different from other people that I've been with. If you know him in the real world, he's very quiet, underspoken, uses his words with authority. Oh my God, the lights are flashing. The ghost is back. Did you see that, Nico?
Yeah, so I just noticed all of a sudden the camera kind of just went out of focus. So
I start talking from my heart, and all of a sudden the ghosts go whoosh because they see the light coming out of it. They literally come towards me. I felt it. I felt this like they came to like give me a hug. It's not to speak ill about anybody else I was ever with. That's not what I'm here to do. But it's to say when you're in alignment with somebody, it's not to say sometimes I don't want to throw a shoe at him or something. You know, that happens. But he feels like home to me. He's the home. And throughout, and I'm going to read this quote and I'll tell you the story. The more wealth in my hands, the more good circulates in the universe. Oh, for those of you that mindset that money is evil, that being rich is horrible, that rich people are evil, the more wealth in my hands, the more good circulates in the universe. But I'll go back to this. We were together for about a year, and I started having past life regressions. I can do that for other people, but I've never really done that for myself. And I saw the point where we first got together, and this was like medieval times. And I saw it all, and I saw us being in these roles for the centuries that came after that. And I bring it up because we went to Salem, Massachusetts, and we were there, and I was like, hey, I want to go get a reading. Because sometimes readers want readings, and there's a place I like in Salem, Massachusetts. So we went, and this lady is doing the reading, and she looked at me, and she goes, so you know already? And I go, yeah. And he goes, what's going on? And I go, can you tell her? And he goes, and I'd said something flippantly once. He's like, oh, that's kind of cool. She goes, you guys realize you've been connected for centuries. And back to medieval times. He was actually, I was royalty, shocking, and he was my guard. He was my personal guard, and I fell in love with him, and it wasn't appropriate. Okay, and for every century, there's been something where we've been together, and it was hard for this life form because he's 9 years younger than me. What was I supposed to roll up when I was 18 and be like, hey? Sometimes it has to be that I said, you're so pokey, it took time for you to come find me again. This is the heart and mindset hack that you need, is to lean into what is in alignment and authentically yours. All right, so let's open this up now. Does that resonate? And I know there's a ton of things happening in the chat. Thank you for your patience. Does this resonate? What are we seeing?
So first off, Salam said, I am here. Just as a reminder, she's stuck around. And then she also said, I am from Ethiopia.
Oh, that's awesome. That is so fabulous, so beautiful. But look how I want to lean into this. I'm from the United States. I've lived out of the United States. But look how universal the concepts of love are, no matter where you're from. And I'm glad you're joining us. Thank you for being here. That is so powerful. That is so powerful to think across cultures, across traditions, across languages. We all share a commonality of wanting to feel worthy and be loved. And we've all shared some version of heartbreak. Are you ready to move it? That's the question I have. So let's start with Salam. Are there more messages?
Nope, just hers.
Okay, let's go. Welcome, my friend from Ethiopia. I'm going to start with your reading. Thank you for being here with us. This is your personalized reading. Thank you for joining Intuitive Innovations. And I encourage you to follow me across all socials. I'm really looking forward to get to know your energy and work with you. Okay. Here we go. This was shuffled, and it comes back up with the cougar assertive. And we just saw this. It says, in your silence, find your power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and confidence to succeed. There we go. Let's take a look at what we see with the shadow work. That's impressive. We shuffled, and that card came back up again. That was one of our pile cards. Woo! Airbee earring. Okay, let's move it. And please reach out to me. I'm concerned about your healing. I care about you. Okay, let's take a look. This one. Light the darkness. Oh, this is beautiful. Darkness cannot dispel darkness. Only light can. Love, clarity, awareness. Let's lean into that together. Love, clarity, awareness. Oh my gosh, Nico, I'm getting the chills. Whew.
This is a good one.
That was a good one. And I do private readings, so please, again, that's my QR to lunagoddess.org. Please reach out to me and let me support you. Let me be a part of your spiritual awakening and healing journey. Let's take a look at repair and growth. It wants this one. Past life karma cycles. This is what I think is happening to you, my love. Past life karma cycles. This indicates a past life is the reason why the intense energy surrounds you. I think you've been a little cursed by your family lineage. Okay. not a little, a lot. The person or situation looks into ways to clear past life karma and see the bigger picture of the situation by viewing it from a lesson perspective. Taking ownership for your part in forgiving are keys in releasing past life karma. You're holding a lot of cycles on your back, love, from the karma of your family lineage. It's time to release. It's time to release. Okay, we got 2 more for your personalized reading, love. Ooh, chills. Whew. Divine timing's coming in the cut. I feel it. I feel it. What's the love message? What's the love message for my beautiful Ethiopian new friend? Glad we're new friends. Welcome, goddess. Ride or die. That's what you need. Yep. And that's an expression we use here. And this is about unwavering loyalty. And I believe you deserve that because I feel like people, from your ex-husband to that second person, they weren't as loyal as you deserved. That kind that stays through thick and thin. If you've got a ride or die by your side, cherish and defend them fiercely. Look, I'm not the easiest person to love sometimes. I'm sure I could put my daughter on the camera right now and she'll clearly tell you. Eyes. But I'm human. And how you meet me is based on the conditions with which you meet me or in the conditions in, right? If I'm hungry, if I'm tired, if I'm exhausted, if I'm depleted, that's a different Luna than if I'm full of light and love and ready to support you. You need your ride or die, love. You need your ride or die. And let's get your affirmation, friend. Let's get your affirmation. I think it's absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. The coming together of cultures and people and feelings connected through Heartset Hacks. Oh, you guys, I empower all of you. I invite you all to be initiated in the Goddess Alignment Protocol. I invite you all to take a look at your ancestral healing. I invite you to look towards those one-on-one appointments. Here you go, my friend. I live the life of my dreams because it was written in the stars for me. Listen, you have no clue how special you are, how intentionally designed you are. It was written in the stars for you, and you know that. Somewhere in a corner of you, you understand the potential and the beauty for that. So does that resonate with you, my sweet friend from Ethiopia?
First comment she said, very true. I laid a shadow in my past life.
Mm-hmm. Definitely had that shadow. Little shadow work is required. Okay.
And then to your most recent one, amen, amen, amen.
Amen, amen, amen. Let's go. I look forward to working with you. I truly feel it is my gift to help you all ignite, especially as we're leaning into the horse year of the fire horse, ignite that passion within you. Ignite that alignment within you. Consider me to be the incendiary of your spirit. Okay? Let's go ahead and we have probably time for one more. What are we leaning towards? And what do we have coming up in the chat? Because y'all know I don't got my glasses on.
Salam said, yes, it does resonate.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
She also said, thank you so much. Love and respect.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. Love and respect to you too, my darling. Love and respect to you too.
And Mr. Cinnamon just came back into the chat saying, what I miss.
Told you he was pokey. You missed Babe Look at Me. I love you. And I'm so grateful for you. Whether it's the day before Thanksgiving or it's every morning I get to wake up next to you and go to sleep next to you, so thank you. You missed my appreciation and gratitude. Even when I throw scissors at you, I swear I still love you. Okay, we've got one more reading. Go ahead and pick a lucky soul for me. Or Nico, if you want to pick yourself, I'll read for you, love. But I think we got a couple people in the chat. What are we saying? I see it blowing up. Holy Moses.
Michelle said, hi. Michelle, would you like a reading?
Who would like reading?
Michelle said, hi. I was just asking if she wants a reading.
Yeah, Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Welcome. Welcome. Yep. And saying you want a reading, that's confirming that I can come into the energy.
She said, yes, I'd love one.
All right, Michelle, thank you for the permission to come into your energy. Let's go ahead and grab that. Hello, hello. Okay. All right, Michelle. We're coming into your energy. Let's see what's going on. Tell me the good. Tell me the good. Let's see what we have for you today, love. Let's see what we have for you today. Ooh, nobility. Okay. I'm catching some waves of the way you carry yourself. I like this, Michelle. Elk nobility. Celebrate your accomplishments with humility. That's the one thing is it's like, I think as women, we're told we can't celebrate our accomplishments because we're being braggadocious. We can absolutely. I am excited that in the last year, I have had my social media just blow up, that I have my own podcast, that I'm helping people across the globe heal and feel. I am proud of myself. That is still done with humility because I'm a servant's heart. Okay. Celebrate your accomplishments with humility. You are crowned with success. I felt that. Powerful forces guide you. I'm right here if you need me. And your ability to conquer challenges is limitless, Michelle. There we go. Okay, we'll put that there. Let's take a look at your shadow work. Let's take a look at your shadow work. We're working on really not just loving, we're working on aligning. And then alignment with ourself is so critical. Unmasking the truth. Okay, Michelle, look at me. Do not be a dupe of anybody else. You are beautiful and authentic and original. And it says, the eyes see only what the mind is prepared to know. Ooh, wow. Powerful. The eyes see only what the mind is prepared to know. Self-examination, revelation. And are you in a movement? And I don't have the other cards out right now. I'm doing more with an oracle. But I feel like you're in that liminal area of trying to make a decision of change. Lean into your own authenticity of that. Let's take a look at what your repair and growth. My sweet friend, let's look at it. Let's look at it. Oh, so you're the scapegoat. You're the one that's healing the whole lineage. Welcome to the club. Old patterns, wounds. Ooh, death by 1,000 cuts. Here we go. We attract what we need to heal. I learned that the hard way. Often we find ourselves attracting the same type of people or situations that are not the best for us. We were talking about that with Nico. Until we choose to find the common denominator of what we need to heal and release, the cycle will continue. Go within to heal the pain layer by layer to find joy again. My love, let me support you in that healing. Please reach out. QR code is there. info@lunagoddess.org. Super easy to find us. Okay. Let's look at the love. Ooh, dropping things. Let's look at the love. My God, that healing is so essential. And you cannot heal your heart set until you delete the virus in your mind that keeps you in that loop of pain and that loop of familiarity with trauma. Secret admirer. Michelle. There's someone in your orbit who's totally into you, but they haven't found the nerve to make a move. Who is that? Oh, maybe you don't even know. Okay, there's somebody there. Woo, I got the vibes. Now you might be like, well, Luna, I'm married. Okay. That doesn't mean people can't admire your light. Listen, I didn't say you're on the market. I just said that there's a shopper looking around, sniffing around. So if you're single, beautiful. If you're married, it's always nice when people admire us. Yeah, but there's somebody that's sniffing around. Sniffing around. Okay, whoops. I'll go this one. Opportunities are handed to me. Okay, what's going on? And are you accepting them with both hands? Are you 2 feet down on the ground saying, let's go? Or are you saying, I have imposter syndrome, Luna. I can't accept that opportunity. I can't accept that admiration of the person looking at me. Are you 2 feet down on the ground ready to say, yes, I'm here. Alleluia. Thank you, Lord. I accept it, universe, willingly, with an open heart, and I'm ready to go because opportunities are handed to you. I want you to say that affirmation. How, my love, Michelle, does that resonate with you? as you sit here, again, my goddesses, my friends, regardless of your gender, orientation, anything, if you need support and help, all that information is there to reach out to us. All that is there for the love and the light. And I see again, I look over there. I've never seen these comments so crazy. This is beautiful episode about love and healing. What do you got?
This is a great one. It's got to be because it's Friday the 13th.
I think our divine feminine power unites us together. Hell yeah. Give me an amen.
Michelle says, I am a counselor.
Oh, fantastic.
I am healing my heart from past heartbreak.
Healers need healers, Michelle. Healers need healers. And I will say this, traditional healing sometimes doesn't work because it doesn't cut out the virus in your mind and in your heart, because the body has the remembrance, right? The heart actually holds all the memory, not the brain. That said, if I can support you, please reach out, whether it's our goddess alignment protocol, our ancestral healing protocols, or just a one-on-one. That 1 hour, I've been told, and I always tell people I will under promise and over deliver, but everybody that's done our Heartset and mindset hacks have found themselves on profound healing. And they were saying, I can't understand where all this manifestation is coming from. I said, I can. Your heart was blocked. Your heart was blocked.
Michelle also says, I do attract lost souls. And you gave me some great advice to me a little bit ago about that, Luna.
Yeah. Well, you want to speak to that. Speak to that. You know, we lead from a place of trauma when we've had trauma. And we attract the trauma because it's familiar. So, Michelle, I want you to burn the wubby. I want you to burn your security blanket. I want you to burn, not physically, please be careful. I am not encouraging anybody to cause a fire. I'm just saying cause that fire inside yourself. So, yeah, I guess I'm encouraging fire. Burn it. Fireman Friday. Let's go. Ignite the passion. My husband's still here? We talk about Fireman Friday. Go ahead, Nika. What else we got?
She also said, I am seeking new opportunities.
Oh, I already knew that. I already knew that you're burning out as a counselor, honey. You've overextended yourself. Please reach out to me. Let's get you in the Goddess Alignment Protocol. I value you. I value the work you've done. I see your light through here. Like, you forget that the camera is also almost like a black mirror, and I can see you. And I feel your energy. So let me help facilitate that growth and healing. Couple things, my loves. We have the tools. We have the resources. I've seen such beautiful commentary coming in the chat, but just reach out to me. Please reach out to me. Whether that's coming through our socials, thank you for all those follows, whether it's across YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Epic Studios. We go live on there. Please reach out. As always, understand that our own healing is a journey that we're committed to. And a lot of us are finding that this year now, which is a 1 year numerologically speaking, is the new beginning. It's the new beginning. We're working towards alignment, not just love, but it has to start with self. And it has to really sit with what's true and what's beautiful. Any last minute things, Nico, that are for the greater good?
I don't believe so, but Michelle does say thank you.
Oh, my love, it was my pleasure. As always, our next show will be a couple weeks away. And in that time, I'm going to take a little break with a very handsome man that I love and I've aligned with. So as we are ending today's show, a beautiful, happy Friday the 13th, my loves. Lean into your divine femininity. A beautiful, happy Valentine's Day. And of course, may you gallop into the Chinese New Year with the force and the power that you are a force to be reckoned with, and align on that 2-2 portal. 2-2-2 portal. Until next time, love and light from Luna Goddess.